up at 9 o'clock even though it's Friday. Apparently there's a teacher work day today and there's a teacher work day Monday. Wake County work day. And that means Johnny doesn't have AP stats, so we're not on the road today. And Stripe and Marty were both at the door this morning, so it's raining out there. They were getting wet on the back steps, so I let them come in. And that noise in the background is Dawn, who just went to the paper. Thank you for the noise. I'm so appreciative.
You're welcome. They probably enjoy hearing me put paper bags so I can do the trash.
Well, Marty ate a good bit in the house, but I've moved him back out to the cat hotel because he's going to want to drink some water and use the bathroom. I don't see Morris. Here he comes. Come on! Marty's in the cat hotel. He's got breakfast. That's my good boy. Go get Marty. He's in the cat hotel. You know when it's raining, that's where your food goes. Good morning. Good morning. Go get Marty. Go get Marty. He's got your food. Go get him. All right, Morris found his way to the food. That's good. And here's Tuck's man. Hey, bud. You're nice and dry up here this morning. That's good. I think it's only really supposed to be raining between 9 and noon today. It's not a washout per se, but that was a pretty good shower that came through. It's let up now. I didn't get too wet going out to see Tux, and Stripe and Marty and Morris are all in the cat hotel eating now. And Panther is very pleased that I brought him his food. Poor guy. These early morning, late, early. Yeah, I get it, bud. Hey, buddy, how are ya? UPS just came with part of my subscribe and save delivery, and I had to get up. He was in my lap, drooling on me, no less. He's been, I think this is the third time he's been in today. He's just restless in the rain. Tux was in with Johnny and Gray for a while. And then he was ready to go out. He's back up on the platform. Marty is sound asleep under Tux in that doghouse. Nice and dry. That one's probably not quite as hot. You know, with the weather, it's in the 60s. I'm wearing a short sleeve shirt and been going outside without a jacket today. So, what does A say it is? A says it's 64. So, Marty may have wished I'd actually turned off the heating pad in the cat hotel. Did you come to help me sort Lego bricks? You did? She goes, that big cat's in the house. And I don't really dislike him, but I don't love him either. He's in my spot. He's in my space. Yeah, I'm going to sort a little bit. I've been trying to figure out what I want to start on next, and I haven't decided. So, sorted is this was up in the attic for a month or two now that I never sorted. So, I kind of skipped it. The last one I brought home I sorted, but this one was actually, I had it first. So, anyway, I'm going to be sorting for a bit. You going to help? Good. Yeah, it was convenient. It came with this Lego VIP pirate ship Halloween looking kit, because those are all brand new parts, and it's got the shark in it, and I mean that's I would use that stuff. I'm pretty sure there's a submarine in here and a Star Wars ship, because I just seen that emblem, and then Ninjago, or I don't know. And then there's obviously a Friends something or other in here. I'm going to have to sort it out. I'm probably going to try to want to put some of that back together. Donnie, did you make sure it was plugged in?
Yeah, it was plugged in. But then I didn't turn it off and on before I started tearing into things.
The scanners, the Fujitsu fancy scanner's not working quite right. And I'm sure Don will have it figured out shortly, because papers are backing up. We can't live without that scanner. We don't keep hard copies, and we scan everything up to Google Drive, and life is good. Two things. Number one, it's really hard for me to say NACS. I keep on wanting to say NCAS. I don't know why that is. Number two, the consideration for quote-unquote switching is twofold. One, what goes on the Tesla cars at the actual charge port. and 2, how they handle what is on the pedestals. 1, both, an adapter, what's that new thing called, Donnie?
Magic
connector,
yeah.
wand, yeah, something like that. So, you know, and there are more EVs with NACS in America than there are other plugs. So I think that's got to, I mean, I don't want to inconvenience anybody, but just when I said switching, there's really 2 things to consider: what goes on the cars and what is at the pedestal.
Well, it's going to eventually, so Tesla, by letting or agreeing to open up their charger network, they're forcing everybody to get off of that dime. In other words, oh, well, Tesla, they're such a snooty company because they don't let people use their supercharger. You know, they're actually bad people. So now, no, that excuse
is gone. Well, they'll still complain, but let's hope it's gone.
No, well, yeah, well, they won't have as much leverage to complain.
I agree. There
are plenty of people who will complain.
Right. Well, if there's a station that doesn't have a CC or doesn't allow it, they're going to make comment about why not this one. If it's only a subset of the charging, they will find something to complain about. But what they've been complaining about is the network's not open. They can't complain about that anymore.
Right. And so where I was going with it was, okay, so they're going to go in and the little 112-pound 55-year-old vegan is going to be wrestling her CCS thing, big old cable, into her non-Tesla, and some big old 45-year-old guy with a beer belly just going to walk with one finger and stick in his CCS, and the lady's going to say, I want one of those. And so I think this will actually pave a roadway to the people recognizing how inferior CCS is to the North American charging standard. And sooner or later, they're going to come around. And it's just which one of the car companies is going to go the Tesla route.
It's only going to take one.
Well,
come on, Ford.
Well, actually, I'm pulling for VinFast myself.
That's not a bad thought. We heard this week because it's going to happen within 15 miles of our house.
That's right.
Yeah, it's moving right along for them to start building them down the road from us.
That's right. The first of the 2 major permits have been the environmental quality for the air has been granted.
Oh, well, they're not going to have any trouble. That's a formality here in North Carolina.
No.
Well,
yeah. Well, I don't I'm not arguing that. I'm just simply saying they said that now the wetlands impact it takes longer to do that.
Sure, but this ain't Berlin is all I was saying.
That's right. And so yeah, I'm sure they're going to get that permit also. But the point is that they are now moving to build that new factory there. As you said, it's like maybe 15 miles from our house at the most.
Yeah, we'll be driving past it. I'm sure there'll be more in the area here because they're built here than maybe per capita someplace else in the country.
Yep.
And all the stuff. So anyway, did I really let you say some of that stuff on camera? You know you're going to get yourself in trouble, and there's just only but so much I can do to protect you.
I know. Look, I'm just simply what I was trying to draw a picture of. There are people who aren't in a wheelchair that are still going to wrestle with that cable. Okay? And for any number of reasons, they sprain
right.
their
It
wrist.
Doesn't have to be American disabilities. It's gonna,
mental disability could be the
well,
reason.
Me, I have this thing. It's like I don't even want to use either hand. I just want the door to shut and the door to open, and I don't even, so yeah, if I have to use 2 hands.
Well, obviously, probably it's not going to be forever that robot of some type
will do it for us.
Is going to do it. And and I can just imagine what that's going to be like, getting the government to come up with. Well, Tesla, they have an automatic North American charging plug-in robot. They don't even have to get out of their car. And and now they're not going to put the robot. So I could just see.
Right. Well, I know I have long felt this way, and we've talked to people over the last 5 years that have said, I think the way I want to phrase this is I think Tesla could leverage their cars and their software better for people with disabilities. And hopefully if they ever come up and catch their breath, Elon will help with that because...
Well, Tesla doing it their way cuts out all this, you know, just because you got buy-in from a lot of stakeholders doesn't mean you come up with the best solution. In fact, it pretty much guarantees you come up with the least optimal solution. So Tesla just said, well, we're going to do it the way it's best for us and our customers, and y'all just have a nice day. So it's their money. Tesla, you know, everybody's talking about, oh my God, the government's going to build Tesla superchargers. Well, they haven't done any of that yet. I haven't seen the check delivered, and we haven't seen how you actually get the money. They just agreed to do it. And all those other ones, you know, there's literally how many thousands? 20,000 pedestals in the U.S.? I mean, I don't know how many. There's a gobs of locations, but they got multiple pedestals. The government hasn't installed one of those yet. They hadn't paid for a single one. So everything that's out there belongs to Tesla and the Tesla stockholders, and the people who buy Teslas are paying for all that.
Yeah. I didn't get over here quite fast enough, but there's Dawn coming back on the unicycle with the afternoon mail. I really need to get us out there for our walk before we don't go today. It's 2 o'clock. I'm almost done Lego sorting. Pretty much all the sorted parts are in this bin. This is a Lego Warped Wing Fighter 6195, back when they called it Lego System. So it's old. I kind of knew it was old. There's a few miscellaneous parts, but that's mostly what it is. I think I could, excuse me, get it put back together, no problem. And I may have figured out what this goes to. I'm not sure if I care about putting that back together. There's Aquanaut sets. And they had these yellow pieces in this propeller housing with the green propeller that's only in 1 or 2 sets. So I think I know what that goes to, but I'm pretty convinced I have all the parts for this, but not for this. I don't know when I'm going to put it together. It's probably now that I figured this out, I'm going to bag it up. But anyway, I finished up. It's 3:20. We're fixing to go for our walk. The sun's trying to pop out. It certainly is cleared a good bit, so we did good waiting today. This boy does not mind getting a little wet. The walkway is not all the way dry. He really wanted some attention, even though we spent a couple hours in the house with Johnny this morning. Johnny and Gray. Gray was very pleased to see him. Happened to be up late last night, and he did his little walkabout to the front door, me out at the front door, then went back to the back door and me out. He often does that at like 1 or 2 in the morning, and I don't get it because normally there aren't even any humans around then. He might have been looking for some dry chow. And if you're going to wait till 2 in the morning, there's a good chance the possums and the raccoons have finished it out for the night. I have on short sleeves too, and my new red leggings. Yay! Don won't lose me on the trail today either. I like color. I think we've established that before. Mood lighting, red Tesla. Yes. I never had a red car though before Ruby. They were all
I had 2, 3.
They were all blue, huh?
I had 3 red cars.
You have? Did that include Ruby?
Nope. 4 counting.
So the Chevelle was not orange?
Nope, it was red.
I just
black racing stripe.
I thought it was I thought all Chevelles were orange.
No. red. That's Camaros. They call that Hugger Orange.
Okay.
But Chevelle's red with black racing stripes.
It's twisted. Do better.
And then I had a...
Now, what was that Chevelle again?
70 Chevelle SS 396 4-speed. Cal induction. Yeah, it was a sweet one.
I think the problem is it's in from the wrong side, but I'll just let it go now.
Oh, be nice to me.
I am being nice to you. I'm helping you out. Yeah, Don wishes he still had the Chevelle. Don't we all wish we had that one car that we had when we were younger?
That would have been worth holding on to.
Yeah.
And then I had a 1978 Fiat 850 sedan, not a Spider, sedan.
I don't think I've heard about the Fiat before. Yeah. How long did you have that car?
What did I say, 78, 68? Because it was actually, I had it, I drove it when I was 15. So I had it 15 and 16, and then my cousin wrecked it.
Aw.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why he doesn't talk about that one too much.
That's right. And then I had...
So a Fiat, a Chevelle, what else?
The Volkswagen.
Oh yeah, that's right.
74 Beetle.
Yep,
Beetle.
yep.
It was red.
Yep.
So,
well, I didn't know it back at the time how I felt about VW, but I'm the one that helped Don get rid of that car. We donated it to one of those charities that took salvageable cars or whatever and used it as a charitable donation.
Right.
Don used to really work on the VW. You put a new engine in it, right? I mean, like serious work on it.
Yeah.
Underneath the house where the lawnmower is used to be where he parked the VW before he had the garage. There was no garage.
That's right.
And
well, that car was my sole transportation from the time when I was in my last year, 9 months. I was in Florida, got up here, and I picked up that Camry. That Camry I got in like 95. So from 89 for 6 years I drove that.
Yeah.
That every day to and from RTP because there's no work from home back in those days.
Yep. Yep. And you did all the work on it. Oh, here's the alcohol bottle right here for you.
Look at here.
Well, it is Friday afternoon. No, that's the one that we find in our neighborhood all the time.
Yeah.
But I don't know that we've seen that out here. They must you've been moving their stash from the neighborhood, so.
Well, at least it didn't break.
Yeah, that's good. Broken glass, that's rough. You can see there's a can over here in the middle of the road. Yeah. This is Friday afternoon. This is what you do. You go home and you just grab your alcohol on the way and you drop it.
Pick it up, and I could probably go there and pick up.
Yeah, we'll
can.
pick that up too.
When we come back, there'll be another can.
Oh, I bet there will. Yeah, the one. Right, the one.
White Claw is still cold.
We find those basically almost every day. One week there was a whole 6-pack of them. I'd probably like that. I don't want that bootlegger peach stuff, but the White Claw might have been okay. Poor Don. And he's bending over with that weight vest on too. God. Right, well, I guess we're finding out walking down this way late on Friday afternoon's not a good idea to just raise my blood pressure. I've not seen this before, but somebody's thrown their little lemon juice bottle up there. I don't know how I could get to that though. Now we upset with our town guy because he ain't cleaned this trash can out in over a week. And if we're gonna pick it up, he at least needs to hard it off. He just drives the pickup truck down here and puts the bag in the back of the pickup truck. He didn't have to walk down here or carry it out or anything. Oh. Yeah, I don't know what the schedule is on that, but when I see him and it's full, I let him know I'm expecting him to come down and carry it off. Oh, so.
Guess what?
I am not happy.
Enjoy it while it lasts.
Oh, it's 69 right now, and the forecast for tonight is 31. I bet it only gets down to 35 out here in Fuquay. That's probably like at RDU, it'll be 31. Yeah, I don't think I've started my watch. I'd better go look. Did you miss all those steps?
Yes,
Oh,
I gotta stop.
oh my God.
I'll be here when you get back.
No.
I can't waste any more steps.
No, come on.
I got credit for it. There's my view right there, baby. That's my view all the time.
We're moving, just as long as it doesn't cool off too quick while we're on our walk, because that breeze is pretty stiff.
Yeah, we don't need it.
Well, I'm good now in my short sleeves, so let's not ruin it. And it is not okay with me that it's going to be 31. I guess I should look and see how many nights we're going to have to endure normal February overnight temperatures.
I think it starts going back up Monday morning.
Great.
I think Sunday morning is going to be pretty cool too. And then it starts moderating.
Okay. I'm counting on it. It never stays cold here long. It also had better not rain on my walk, because that's to the west, and you know, weather here in North Carolina comes from the west, moves to the east general, you know, 90% of the time, especially thunderstorm type frontal systems come over the mountains and then hit us. So I don't know. I'll be under the pavilion while you run and get Jules if it starts pouring cold rain on our walk.
I'll let you hold my vest.
Okay. Yeah, while you run back. So I looked at the radar, and it's moving southeast today instead of northeast, and it is coming toward us, but more dissipating than building. And my official weather statement says it's going to be light at 4:31 p.m., which is like 15 minutes from now. So we'll let you know how wet we get. Oh God. It's making for interesting sky though. We've been wet before. We've been hailed on. We've seen a tree branch almost hit me one day.
Yeah.
Was that on this trail? I think it was.
Yeah.
I think it was. I had a branch come down a few feet in front of me. Really wasn't like a suspended animation or what. Nothing Don or I could really do about it. It just kind of happened, but I didn't get hit, so that was good. Because we lose several people a year on trails or in their car that get killed by a tree coming down or a tree branch coming down. It's not unheard of. We have to be home by 5:15 to take Johnny to Taekwondo. We had about a 15-minute cushion. So just putting that out. No pressure or nothing. Stop laughing at me. All of a sudden we came around the corner back there and there was a gust of like 10-degree colder air. I may have cussed once or twice on the walk so far about the weather change.
This is a light rain?
Oh, I'm not happy.
I don't think this is a light rain.
I was determined. I was going around 3 times and doing our normal route. No matter what, I wasn't stopping. And then I got really cold. It's the cold. It's not the rain. If I'd had my jacket, my long sleeve jacket on, I'd be fine.
Oh, you mean that being wet in a 30-mile-an-hour wind is not a problem?
I'll miss you.
Yeah, I'm gonna miss you too.
It actually looks like it's going to start raining heavier here in a minute. So while I would like to tell Dawn, okay, we've rested for a minute, let's head on back down the trail, I'm thinking not actually.
Yeah, I'm gonna run and get the car.
Although it's a toss-up waiting outside here or walking. Yeah. Either way, I'm outside, I'm wet and I'm cold.
Yeah, she's out of the wind. So
I am out of the wind.
Stand over there and get comfy.
Right.
All right.
Dawn's leaving the weight vest. We wouldn't want it to get
we wouldn't want that to get
wet. Not any more wet than it already is. You be careful.
I will.
Don't slip.
I won't. Kiss, kiss.
Kiss, kiss. This is a first. We've talked before about sending Dawn for the car. We've joked about full self-driving and summoning the car. We've had all of that discussion before, but we've never had to do it. Not even that day it hailed. There's Dawn. That was actually pretty fast. I just been sitting here playing Pokemon. Dawn turned the seat heater on for me and I've got my jacket on now and it stopped raining, of course. Well, I take full responsibility because it's my job to know what's going on with the weather before we leave out on our walk, and I got faked out by that warm temps and sunshine.
Right.
And we did hear it was supposed to be through by noon. So when it was through by 2-ish, that seemed, you know, okay. And the sun came out. It's done, right? It's done. It wasn't done.
Nah.
We dropped Johnny off at Taekwondo, and I went into Walmart and got the rest of the fertilizer we need and another chicken for the cats. It's amazing how 5 items can be $50. Well, there's that sneaky sunshine again. Looking really pretty here. After it faked me out, I'm finally warm. Don had a cup of tea. I had another cup of coffee. Vanilla cream, monk fruit cream. It was good. Yeah, really pretty. Slightly more pretty in person than through the video, I think. Watch the pretty sunset and listen for the turn signal. Don's in FSD beta.
It's driving between, it actually probably does better there than I do. It doesn't seem to, it's oblivious that that's those metal stakes and that wire and all that stuff. It just doesn't see it. All right. It's 35 through here. So here we go.
Hadn't it already done it?
Nope, right here.
Okay.
Right here. Here it is.
So I finally caught the example where it turns on the turn signal because the curve in the road is pretty severe, but the road is basically quote unquote straight. You're not really turning. And I find that there's 2 or 3 times a day, and always in the same spot. There's a place on 401, here on Wagstaff, and maybe one other spot where it consistently does that. So David, you said we want to see if all the cars are doing the same. I know Ruby and Jules are already in that spot. Wow, that is just well worth being back out, right, Donnie?
Yeah.
To see that. That is so pretty.
Yeah.
But yeah, all the cars, in my assertion, are doing that in FSD beta coming around that corner. So yeah, the car, I would like the car to stop signaling when it's going straight on the road, just because it looks like it's curving. Wow.
It is a pretty sunset.
It is. It's gorgeous. Wow, as much as the trash on the side of the road works up my blood pressure, the pretty sunset at the end of the day lowers my blood pressure. So it's a good contrast.
Yeah.
Balance. It's all about the balance.
Yeah.